It is Pebbles at One Room Cabin, and we are so excited to be filming our second episode. We were pleasantly surprised by how many of you tuned in to join us for our Valentine's Day special. So that was really fantastic. So thanks for doing that. As a quick rewind, we just wanted to let you know that we appreciate everybody's name submissions, but when it came down to it, we had just kind of felt like the irrelevant view was really the perfect name choice for us because, you know, the internet is full of irrelevant views. Yeah, so we're going to stick with that. We are completely
we just wanted
irrelevant.
To add ourselves to the internet's irrelevant views.
Exactly.
Here's one more world.
Officially.
One more.
Yeah.
So thank you. We appreciate it. But yeah, so welcome to the Irrelevant View. We're so excited for all the different things that we have today. We're going to do a quick kind of intro again to each of us, but we're going to kind of take it a little different route. So today, let's go with your name, but what the meaning of your name is. So let's go ahead, Twyla, you start it.
Okay, well, as they said, my name is Twyla. Welcome, all of our new viewers. And I'm Twyla the single girl. That's not what my name means, but you never know. Maybe
that would be really ironic.
That would tell me a lot about my life. All right. But my name, I looked it up once, you know, because everybody has these like deep, meaningful things. And so I finally found a name book that actually had my name on it. And it said it was from Old English and means two strings.
That is deep.
Wow.
Awesome, right?
It's so deep, I don't know what it
Awesome.
means.
But in other connotations, it meant doubly woven or high strung, which could
that's
be correct.
That's so amazing.
So yeah, that part maybe revealed a little bit.
Two
but
strings
still,
are high
everyone
strung.
else has like kings and queens and princesses, and I'm high strung. Thanks, Mom.
Hashtag OCD.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Linz, what about you?
Yeah, my name is Lindsay. I'm the stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And my name actually means of the linden trees, so that's pretty special.
Is that why you're so tall?
It must be.
Yeah.
I saw one time, though, on a thing that it said Lindsay means of gentle speech, but I have never... Thank
Well,
you.
we know that's not true.
That's all I have to say. But I never saw it again, so I think somebody was just trying to make people named Lindsay feel good. Like
Another Lindsay.
You're more important than trees. So here you go.
Good job.
So
What's a linden tree?
I actually don't
Is
know.
a linden berry?
Is it a berry? I don't know.
I
bet it has
Lindenberry.
auburn
Is
branches.
it in Scotland? Because you're kind of a ginger.
Well, I don't know if your name actually has to go along with your
With your
nationality.
culture?
Yeah, or
It usually
My
does.
son is Hebrew, I guess. We'll get into that another day.
Yeah, whole nother segment. Yeah. Well, my name is Pebbles, and actually, Pebbles is really hard to find out what the meaning is, only because, like, as a kid, you don't get keychains or bike license plates with Pebbles.
Unless
on
they
it.
have Bam Bam right next to it.
Flintstone, yeah, it's
right?
always Flintstone.
Yeah.
But my mom once special ordered me something because I think she felt bad that I didn't have anything. And it's actually derived from Peter, which is rock. And so my name means strength. And because it really is kind of true. If you've
But
ever...
pebbles are actually just a really small rock that you stomp on.
Right, but you can't break them. Have you ever noticed?
that's
Like,
good.
because they're
That is
so
good.
tiny that they don't break down.
I feel
And I'm
like
not
that
very
our-
tiny,
I
but...
feel like that our moms like to stretch our names because they maybe did poorly naming us, and so they stretched them into something that sounded really
No, really,
good.
you're special.
No.
Well, I have
I like
one bookmark that says Pebbles is rock and strength.
Oh.
See, there you go.
So that made you feel good about yourself. I'm sorry for making
for-
fun of your
Until today.
feelings. Yeah. Until today when
Actually,
I said,
about 30 seconds
no,
ago.
it really came from the Flintstones.
I was excited for the segment, but
Yeah.
never mind.
I'm the discouraging one today. You're welcome.
Twyla the Discourager. Very good.
All right. Well, my name is Tanya, and my dad apparently named me after a singer, a country one. So that's kind of interesting. Tanya Tucker. And so
sure.
Isn't there a Tanya Carpenter too?
I don't know.
No? I
I
don't
think
know.
She didn't
That's
do
how
as
much
well.
Pebbles knows about country
Yeah,
music.
it's for real.
Yeah. That's how
But-
much I know.
And basically, you said queen, butterfly queen.
Really?
Yeah,
it really
oh my
is.
goodness.
Totally
How
You have the best
fitting.
name.
Yeah.
Butterfly
I'm
Queen
like,
country
Wow.
singer. That totally like describes
totally
you.
matches, but no.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's great.
That's
That's all I know.
really
And then
great.
one time I got this card again that said that it means priceless.
Aww.
I wish my name meant
Hey,
I think
priceless.
sometimes they
That
just
was a
throw
feel-good
random
moment.
things
Would
out
you
there
like
to make
to
you feel good about
swap
yourself.
names? You want to be high strung for a while?
No, I think it's fitting
Not
for you.
really.
I like your name.
It is very fitting.
It is fitting.
I do always
That's a
find
good-
that ironic.
They're all looking at me basically saying, you are OCD.
No, really, you're high
Just-
strung.
Let's just call it what it is.
Just want to encourage you.
All right. Well, speaking of names, today our giveaway is actually going to be a Starbucks gift card. So if you want to be entered into that, we will randomly select from anybody who comments and tells us the meaning of your name. So make sure you go to our Facebook One Room Cabin page, or you can comment on this vlog post what your name means.
And
then
we
you'll-
hope your moms love you more than ours loved us.
Mm.
High strung.
All right, and coming up next is our Rant or Rave segment. Stay tuned. This is where we each get to take 60 seconds on any topic that we want, and we are either going to rant or rave. So go ahead, Twyla, let's get us started. Hold on, wait. I'm going to
You're actually going to time me?
I'm going to time this. You only get 60 seconds.
Okay, so go. All right, well, I have a rant today. Sorry to start negative, but you know, I am kind of a high-strung person. But so my rant today is about, we're all Christians here, and it's about Christians who find their like whole identity in bashing other Christians or calling out all the problems of other Christians. And so we call it, you know, we call Christians the church, you know, but not our local churches, but like the big church's church. Right. And all over Facebook, there's always like articles being posted about the problem with the church is, and it lets us know all your, you know, it's like, I really think the problem with the church is that brothers and sisters are beating each other up. and so I think the church, you know, they're saying the church would have less problems if they'd focus on this. The church would be, you know, if they focus on, I think the church would have less problems if you stopped bashing everybody and just did something. Okay. So where was I at?
Wow, that was really good. That was 50 seconds.
I'm pretty impressed because, you know, I talk a lot. And so I'm pretty impressed that I came out under that.
And you're passionate about
I am
this,
passionate about it. But what do you guys think? Have you seen that? What are your thoughts about that?
Your time is up.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel very similar to you, especially with all these trends of the open letter right now. Everything's like an open letter too, an open letter too. And so, I can see how it feels like the big sister is constantly picking on the little brother and hitting him hard. And it doesn't always help to air your family laundry then either to people who don't understand how your family dynamic is.
And don't you think, I mean, as Christians, we know we have issues.
Right.
That's why we need Jesus. You know, and that's why we need each other.
People too.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're not claiming, you know, that the church is perfect or that we're, you know, or that we don't have
family
issues.
is.
We're just saying that, like, hey, you know, you could help us instead of beating us up all the time.
I think sometimes that everybody wants, well, we know everybody wants to feel important or feel like they have something to say, but they think that people aren't listening unless they're disagreeing with something.
That's true.
And so they want to throw that out there instead of being like, hey, actually my church is awesome and I love these Christians because this and this. They feel like they have to disagree.
Yeah.
And get their voice out there.
And there's something that I really enjoy when my husband has kind of had similar things come to him, disagreements or whatever, is that if you're going to complain about something, you need to be a part of the solution. And I feel like if you're going to complain about something, then you need to come with something.
Yeah,
that's
a
don't
great
just
point.
complain.
Hey,
Be
come
ready.
on,
So-
preach, preacher.
That's good.
All right, well, that was, I'm hoping that we get to move on to something more positive now from my rant.
We're all raving today. No.
I would like to rave about how awesome that was.
I think your rave today should just be talking about me.
How I love high strung.
Well, that's the perfect transition. So, Lindsay, you now have 60 seconds to rant or rave. Go.
Well, equally as deep, I would love to rave about my new minivan.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Minivan. No, really. Actually, my husband came home one night. He's like, I think we should look at minivans. And I was half asleep for one. And I just said, stop swearing at me. Why would you say that? I want to drive a minivan. And then I went to sleep. And then he didn't forget about it. And so, but then he took me to test drive one, and I didn't want to tell him, but I really liked it a lot. So I have a minivan.
Yay!
Yeah, and it has like footrest, you know. It's not just like, it's not just like my parents' minivan.
Wow.
Like,
It's like a...
Of course your husband would buy one with footrest.
I think that he thought it was the only way I would drive one. But I thought it was so cool driving here today because I was by myself, and I thought I can like jam out in my minivan and be awesome. And so I plugged my phone into the auxiliary thing, and all of a sudden all this VeggieTales music started on. And I thought, oh, this isn't cool. And I thought, well, I'm driving a minivan. But I love it.
Oh, good timing, good timing.
Okay, that was really perfect timing.
So tell me about your minivans.
Here's the thing. I am honestly a minivan supporter. But I know everybody's probably thinking, well, she has 4 kids, so of course she is. But I actually got my first minivan when I had 1 kid and I was a youth pastor because I didn't have a church van.
Yes.
So I had to drive youth all the time.
So
So right
true.
away we were like, man, we need a minivan so we can haul all these church kids.
Great.
And so I loved it. And I drive an SUV now, which is really, I like my SUV, but I miss my minivan. So I'm totally pumped that you're on board with
I think I'm in love.
I did consider, because of my job,
Yep.
I have to haul a lot of stuff for events and things. And so I actually considered a minivan last time. But as you look at them, I was just like, I
can't do it.
can't be single and driving a minivan and high-strung. I mean, we are just screaming, no one ever loved me.
Yeah. This eHarmony form is.
That's right.
And I ride a minivan.
Minivan. That's right.
God, fill these seats.
Room for 6.
That's what I'm having.
It's speed dating in your own vehicle.
It shows you though what kind of guy you like. If they're, you should edit this out.
No, keep going. This is gold.
I'm done. I already did mine.
But I am super impressed though that it was your husband, because you always hear that the guys have the harder time transitioning
Well,
into the minivan world.
There's a good chance he knew I would be driving it more.
Yeah.
So
He wasn't
I
ever
didn't really
planning
care.
on driving or being seen in it.
We still have the truck. So.
If I had
He
a
loves it.
minivan that had like foot rest,
Yeah.
I seriously would be
Yeah.
pulling over and taking naps.
Yeah, he loves it.
I'd just be like, yeah, it's
I wish that they
nap
could,
time.
I kind of wish that the footrests though were, well, not in the driver's seat, but like where I could utilize them, because like my son obviously can't reach them,
Right.
and so I can pull it out and it means nothing, but it looks cool. to me, who is
Next
alone in
road
the
trip,
van.
we're totally taking your
Yeah,
minivan.
That's right.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right, Pebbles, we get
All
to
right.
time you.
Who wants to be in control?
I want to be in control.
Surprise, surprise, high strung.
All right, Pebbles, you got 60 seconds. Rant or rave. Go.
Okay, so I'm gonna do another mom move, and I'm going to rave about this. Okay, this is actually kind of a sponsored ad because they sent this to me for free, and I kind of always wondered, could I be one of those people who could do this? But here's the thing. This is, remember moon sand?
Yeah.
This is
I
like
that.
moon sand 100 times better.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this is Kinetic Sand by Wacky-Tivities. And the reason that I can rave about this is I have a very high-strung 5-year-old little guy who is just like all these emotions. He literally pulls this out every morning and plays with it for a good half hour, 45
Wow.
minutes before we even get up. And he just sits at the table quietly. And so anything that makes my 5-year-old sit quietly, I'm all for. This stuff is so cool. I highly recommend it, and I even got mine free, but I think it's like $19 or something. So it's kind of spendy, but 45 minutes of play,
Ding, ding. You're
so
done.
worth it, and that's all I have to say about that.
Good. Right. Is there a beach that comes with that? Because
I
in the
know.
winter
You know,
in North Dakota, it would be really nice if we could.
true, but you could probably put your
Could you
feet
maybe
in
get enough
here,
of there to lay out?
and like you could like when your kid is done playing, you could just put your feet in here and pretend.
Yeah.
You know, sit like near a steamy
Maybe if we
bathroom.
send them our like body dimensions, they send us enough sponsored ad sand for us to lay in.
Right.
We should be
awesome.
sending our body dimensions.
I just randomly send my body dimensions out.
I don't care what they
And then
send me.
hope people give me sponsored stuff.
for some sand.
Yeah, it's good.
No, that was really good.
Anyways, maybe we should go to our last rant and rave.
But seriously, it's so cool. I mean, look at like.
Hey, you have
like,
60 seconds.
Sorry.
It's gold to her.
But it is. It's really awesome, and the cleanup is super easy.
That's awesome.
It's so fun. I want to play with
That's
it
great.
myself. Yeah, so that's my really cool.
All right, our fashionista at the end. What is your rant or rave? 60 seconds starts now.
Okay, my rant is I am partially OCD, but I really, really don't like to clean either. So I have this love-hate relationship with cleaning. So I like things organized and clean, but I really, really feel bad for my husband because he's having to abide by all these, germaphobe rules. And there's one thing that I absolutely have to rant about, and that is when somebody uses a broom, a mop, whatever that may be, that has been used in the bathroom, and then they go to their kitchen.
Oh.
People do it.
What's wrong with that?
I'm totally guilty of that.
And the only
That's
reason
why
why I rant about it is because I work with kids, and I see what happens
Kids miss
around
the toilets. Yeah.
Miss is not even the word.
I live alone, so I don't miss the toilet
Okay.
a lot.
So that is one of the reasons why I have to rant about this subject because of it's just gross.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's just gross. So
Okay.
That is funny because that is a totally different perspective from somebody if you've been around kids. I just can't imagine why would I not, but
Okay,
I
but
tend to
have,
aim straight.
I have 4 kids, and then this never even crossed my mind.
And you have boys.
But I do, and they miss. But I think what it is I'm not a details person, and I figure it's on the floor, and then isn't that what your mom
You just
is for?
ruined Pebbles'
To,
life.
like-
Yes, that is
so many more
great.
people like germaphobes.
You know what?
That
I
is
just
a-
handle it by completely not sweeping my house at all.
Yeah.
Swiffer, like
Swiffer.
That's what it is.
I
That
I'm
is
kind
a
of spending
great
too, but-
rant.
I
Yeah,
find
it
if I don't clean at all, then I don't have to think about these things.
Well, Lindsay, you have a 2-year-old boy who's probably potty training.
I know
so-
what I'm gifting you.
Yeah.
Are you in the potty training phase?
Yeah, we're trying actually. Yesterday, I gave him my cell phone and set him down on the potty, and the next thing I knew, he was taking his first bathroom selfies. It was really
Perfect.
great.
Well, thanks for tuning in to The Irrelevant View. This is our next segment that we call Trending. Okay, so this week I wanted to talk to you girls about Photoshop because I posted a photo to Twitter about Cindy Crawford, who actually posted a photo that wasn't photoshopped of herself
Wow.
for a magazine shoot that she did. And she's a little bit scantily clad. So she's a lot of bit scantily clad. So I didn't want to show the photo today, but I have to admit, it honestly made me feel better about myself because she's Cindy Crawford. And I
Yeah.
grew up in the Cindy Crawford generation
Sure.
where she was everything.
Yeah.
And so I felt better about myself going, she's a real woman too. And
Yeah.
for so long, this is who we have compared ourselves to. And so in this photo, she is untouched and there's cellulite, just like most of us have. And it got me thinking.
What are you insinuating with that comment?
Pebbles is a little insecure because Pebbles has had 4 children. And my body is definitely showing that I have had 4 children.
My body's showing I've had 10 children.
Well, and my body's showing that I like cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
All over my
Yeah.
thighs.
Yeah.
So when I saw this photo, it definitely got me thinking about Photoshop and how it apparently has affected me more than I realized.
Yeah.
Because I never would have thought about it until I saw her untouched photos and I almost took a sigh of relief.
Sure. Well, even when you think about Instagram and, we're all Instagram users, and how many times do we not even post a photo on Instagram without it being enhanced? And there's a reason that the hashtag no filter
Right.
is such a big deal is because it's so rare for us to show something. Even when I take a picture of outdoor scenery, I'm touching it up. It's like nothing in the world
Because
is...
God's not good enough.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's like saying like nothing in the world is good enough the way it is. Even Cindy Crawford. And
Right,
so
right.
it's just like it is interesting that it's become such a part of our DNA to alter things and probably has set an unrealistic expectation, which has always been there. You know, there's always the rants about Barbie and things like that.
Right.
But even, you know, more so in this age where we're constantly taking pictures of ourselves and then have all the tools to make us look as good as possible. I mean, I know whenever I post a selfie now, it looks like Cindy Crawford's untouched body.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. Unphotoshopped body. I mean.
But have you noticed that, like, even girls all over, teenagers are actually starting to Photoshop themselves?
Yes.
Literally Photoshop to the point that people are like, your arm is missing.
I didn't like that side of my body.
No filter.
Yeah. Hashtag no filter.
No filter, no arm.
Yeah. It's going to be the new thing now.
Right.
We just crop off parts of our bodies we don't like.
Right.
All my selfies are now going to be my big finger.
It's like, it's hourglass
My
now.
big, yeah. That's right. No
You're gonna have
filter.
hourglass.
Yeah, that's right.
This is really me.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody Instagram pictures of your thumbs.
And you don't win anything for it, but it would be funny.
Lucy has a master's kid. Lived in a place where they didn't win a lot of things, so she wanted to clarify that if you post this picture of your thumb, you are not entering yourself to win anything.
You don't get anything. It doesn't make you more important than somebody else.
That's what your parents used to tell you, right? Yeah.
You're not special.
They didn't tell me that. Love you, Mom.
He said you're a very special linden tree.
Your thumb buddy's
Gentle
special.
Yeah.
I did get that.
We're going to be hashtagging that everywhere this week.
That's right. Somebody special.
Somebody special. All my photos this week are going to have like a thumb just randomly placed.
Non-photoshopped. But I'll probably paint my nails.
Right. So going off of trending and photoshopping our bodies and all those things, it really got me thinking about what God's word says about beauty and inner self. And so our verse for today is Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. And so that's the NIV version. It's just such a great, purposeful verse. It's one that I really love because
I feel like God wrote that verse with me in mind.
Would you like to elaborate why?
Yeah. I mean, strength, dignity, and laughing.
Wow.
I mean,
it's the epitome of you.
yeah. I'm not sure if you're allowed to share that verse with other people if you know that God specifically wrote it for you.
Because you want to just claim it all to
Yeah,
yourself.
maybe you guys should
That's
pick
very
something else.
biblical.
Yeah, that's right. Selfishness.
It's all about me.
Yeah, I
It's
think
all
maybe
about
the
me.
selfishness passages.
Right. I do love, in some translation, it actually says she laughs at the future.
Yeah.
Because I'm a worrier, and so I just really like the idea that I can kind of laugh about what's to come.
So when people say, like, this is my future hopes and dreams, do you just laugh at them and say it's biblical?
I go, yeah, there's not a chance.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that is not my personality at all to say there's not a chance. I'm the natural encourager, so I'd probably
Yes.
start crying and be like, oh, that's a beautiful dream. So I don't know that I would laugh. I would laugh more like if people are like, I'm worried about being hit by a train.
Yeah.
And I would be like, me
People
too.
who have irrational fears, like, you know,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think I have too many. That one time when I was in Istanbul and we got trapped in an elevator, it was kind of relieving because I was like, you know, this is kind of one of those irrational fears that it's good to just get out of the way and actually have happen
Knock
in
out
your
the
life.
bucket
Yeah,
list.
just gotta knock that out there. Stuck in an elevator, 7 people, 3 feet. Yay, got rid of that.
Right,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like the bucket list of good things you want to accomplish,
Yes!
and then the bucket list of things you just need to get out of the way, because
Yeah.
otherwise you're always waiting for it to hang over your head.
Yeah, that's good. But I love that verse because it talks about what should we really Photoshop over ourselves, you know?
Dignity.
Yeah,
A
dignity,
sash.
strength. That's right. We should just start wearing those sashes around. Yeah.
I'm
But-
wearing dignity.
But the things that actually matter, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's what Proverbs 31 is all about. So we really encourage our viewers to check out that whole chapter.
entire section. Yeah, it's a good verse. And now Tanya's going to give us a few fashion tips on life and style.
All right, we're going to be talking scarves today. So
Uh.
a lot of people love scarves, and some
Yeah, me too.
don't really like them. and or they don't really know how to put one on.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that's you, Twyla. But we're gonna use her today as the guinea pig. All right?
Did
We
you
use
Call me a pig.
We use Twyla a lot in our
Yeah, that's
fashion.
right.
Let us try
Twyla,
this out
the
on you.
plain girl.
Don't let her fool you. She loves the attention.
Yeah.
She does. Okay, so these are two scarves. We have one that's a little bit fuller and one that is a little less heavy, and so there's some airflow.
I don't need any
And-
more heaviness on me.
And I, for one, really like the light ones during the summer and the heavier ones during the winter. However, the heavy ones, sometimes I feel like they're choking me.
Yes.
So, and
They
I
do
know,
add a lot of bulk.
Yes, they do. And
Okay,
some
and
people
let's just
don't need
say
bulk.
some people already have bulk in
Yes.
areas of their body.
Well, I feel
My-
like some people's scarves are up to their chin. It
Yes.
literally looks like
and
they're
that's what I
choking.
Yeah.
don't. That's
Yeah.
why
Unless it's
I have
hiding my
never.
double chin. So
I've never successfully worn a scarf because I feel more bulk than I need to have
Every day.
Every day, yeah.
And where I feel like God didn't give me enough bulk in certain areas, we all know what we're talking about. And I just feel like a nice scarf maybe allows me to have more bulk.
They should invent scarves that have bulk built into certain places.
Bulk enhancement.
Yeah, bulk enhancement.
But we don't
scarf.
need to enhance anything.
that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly,
It's
that's
somebody's
perfect.
special.
We just decided not to enhance, and now we're talking about all the ways you can enhance yourself.
All right, so
Yes.
really, let's go with the light scarf for you today.
Okay, thank
We're gonna
you.
try this out for you. Lindsay's gonna put this on.
Does
you.
this mean Lindsay always has to be my makeup and fashion girl now?
Here, buddy.
Now, there's many ways to put a scarf on. I've been seeing, the trend where they braid half of it,
Oh, yeah.
or twist, or different ties. So really, if you're interested on learning, there's lots and lots of
Pinterest.
Pinterest. Yes, definitely many ways to pull off the scarf. So Lindsay's
Trust
just
me,
gonna
buddy.
do her thing, and she's gonna wrap.
Do you
I don't know
know?
what my thing is.
She's gonna wrap this scarf around.
You get to decide how this should go.
Oh,
This scarf is so cute. I wonder
Oh,
what
it
it
is.
is.
I only do this if
Stay
I gotta
tuned
walk
to the next
office
episode
and it's
and
cold
you may
outside.
find out.
Ugh.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
that's
really
really
cute way
nice.
to do that. I've never done that.
Okay, do you understand?
Okay, so I would say if she doesn't want bulk, don't even knot it. Like
Right.
just go
Yeah,
around.
absolutely.
Because I couldn't eat with this on.
It is true. There are times where I physically take my scarf off.
Yes, and there's
because-
crumbs flying everywhere.
Yeah,
I totally know.
yeah.
I
'cause
actually
this
like
is-
that because then I don't have to sweep. Shake it
I
out.
can't imagine.
Shake it
I mean, like, I think scarves on other people are like super, super cute. I feel like so claustrophobic.
Sure.
in-
Okay,
And
but
I
what
really do
if
think
you
that like
didn't knot
a loose
Yes.
shoe would
Sure.
would really
Yeah,
look nice on yourself.
I've tried some like loose things in my house.
What if you just went for this route where it was like the looser kind of around, but then
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
so then it's hanging
It's
lower.
hanging lower, yep.
And then
agree.
the phrase kind of will stick out like this.
Well,
so
because they come in
that'll
different
be
lengths,
nice.
or you could even,
You can
like,
tuck them.
you know what I actually do? Okay, you're
Uh-huh.
getting one of my like secrets here for my blanket scarves because I like them really billowy and
Uh-huh.
up around my neck. I just take like a ginormous clip, and then I do that so that I don't
Oh,
have
it
to
stays
tie
Or
it.
together.
brooch.
And
Or
then
brooch. You
yeah.
can,
and then
Yeah.
it
And then
stays,
you
and then
can
you
tuck
don't
it, yeah.
see those, and it kind of becomes an infinity scarf without having to do that big
Yeah.
knot.
And one of the things that I necessarily don't, I love jewelry, so I don't always like to wear a scarf because I love necklaces.
Yeah.
However, I knew they came out with like some scarves that have attached jewelry.
Yes.
Ah.
And so if you like that kind of thing, there's also bling on
I
some
have
scarves.
one of
So
those too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think there's
love
really a scarf
scarves.
for everybody. I think you just have to get comfortable with
Yeah.
it and just be willing to try it. So we'll come back with Twyla in a different scarf.
I honestly, this is like my go-to accessory. Like almost every
Yeah.
day, I have a different scarf on
Yeah.
because I do feel like I love to accessorize, but sometimes those necklaces.
My
just get
go-to
in the way.
accessory is tennis shoes.
Flip-flops.
I love them because I feel like I
Nike.
have a long neck, and then it like
Sure.
Oh.
hides it,
So
especially
we-
if my hair is up. Then
I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we kind of have opposite body types, so probably things that work on you are probably not going to look
Are
at the
the
best.
opposite.
on
Yes,
me.
take note then.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to bring my scarf basket over and just let you like
Go
experiment.
crazy.
Go crazy.
you wild woman.
Twilight scarves.
Like, dress up.
That's a whole nother episode.
It's
Yes,
a whole
it
new
is.
princess, like princess dress up for
I
Twilight
played,
for
imagine
adults.
this, I played teacher as a child.
High strung.
Yeah, that's right. And I like to give kids check marks behind their imaginary names.
Hi, my name
punish
is
them.
Twyla.
Yeah.
It means 2 strings.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's it for the Irrelevant View today. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you go to our website and tell us the meaning of your name, and you'll automatically be entered in for the Starbucks gift card. And tune in next time.
Thumb selfies.
Your thumb buddy Bethel.